from Ottawa South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of the Environment. Speaker, my constituents have raised a number of concerns regarding the previous session. Particularly, they have observed the government's troubles in advancing laws to address the challenges faced by our environment here in Ontario. Mr. Speaker, those who care about Ontario's environment were dismayed to watch the Protection of Public Participation Act addressed on 5 separate occasions over the past 9 months without progressing to a vote. Further, the official opposition ate up much of committee time for the Great Lakes Protection Act, allowing only 4 amendments to be voted on. Mr. Speaker, through you, can the Minister please speak to the speed of environmental bills moving through this legislature?
Thank you, Minister of the Environment.
Mr. Speaker, I do understand the concerns of his constituents. Our government understands that Ontario's environment is always fragile. Exactly. In order to restore and preserve its beauty and value for the current and as well as for future generations, action has to be taken now. And economic and environmental opportunities, I think, are being lost. And that's as a result, I think, of political jockeying, which happens in this House from time to time, mainly when I hear the bells ringing and prolonged debates and so on. Now, I recognize the Conservative Party has chosen to be against many of these environmental initiatives. That's their business. That's why we're appealing to the New Democratic Party to try to form a green majority, if you will, to pass these 4 bills. And I've directed a letter to my good colleagues in the New Democratic Party who have been supportive of this legislation to help us out with this programming motion. I hope they will give it a favourable consideration because I think it would advance the cause of the environment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, my question is for the Minister of the Environment. Residents of Ottawa South will be pleased to hear that our government is seeking the support of the third party to work towards the greater cause of protecting Ontario's environment. Mr. Speaker, it is a shame that the economic and environmental opportunities were lost in the previous session due to political games being played by the official opposition. Speaker, through you, would the Minister of Environment please remind the people of Ontario why we need to pass these important pieces of environmental legislation and how they would ensure a healthier future for our environment and our economy?
Thank you. An excellent question. We need these laws to protect the Great Lakes, for example, and that's Bill 6. We have widespread support for the proposed Great Lakes Protection Act from health and environmental groups and as well as municipalities. We need to expand recycling. The Waste Reduction Act would, if passed, create more opportunities for business investment and jobs by harnessing the economic value of waste. And we need these laws to stop polluters from intimidating community groups who are trying to protect their own neighborhoods. Again, I respect the fact that the Conservative Party has decided to be against most of these environmental laws. One not, but most of them. That is why I am asking all members of the House, including my colleagues in the Democratic Party who have spoken in favour of these bills in the House and in committee, to work with us. We want to get these bills moving so we can continue our consultation with stakeholders and provide them with the opportunity to present their advice and recommendations to all members of the committee. That's the way the House should work, and I hope that's going to be the case.